Today, we're going to talk about why personal development is so important for your business and why you're not crazy if you dive into it. That's coming up. I'm Erin.
And I'm Brian Garcia. Welcome to Be Adventure Partners, where we help couples escape the box that society unjustly tries to keep us in. Turn your idea into a really cool business online so you can live a life that you're absolutely excited about. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that we come out with a new video just for you that, it's going to help you in your life, your relationship, and your business online.
So you may be thinking personal development is a waste of time. I know that when I started my business based on personal development, my very first business, that everybody thought that I was crazy for even diving into personal development. Most people would say, what's personal development? Or why would anybody invest in personal development education? Now, for me, I thought that I was kind of crazy. So I decided to invest in this network marketing company who was offering personal development education, which was a perfect start to launch my business journey and also a really great start for me to start shifting and shaping my mind. Because at the time, I was still working as a hairstylist. I was living a party lifestyle, drinking, binging on drugs and all kinds of crazy stuff, and just not living the healthiest lifestyle. I started to really realize that I needed to make a change in my life if I ever wanted to live a life that I loved. So becoming a part of a personal development company at that time really motivated me and moved me into making some decisions that were super healthy for me that really changed my life. Now, what did you think about personal development when you got started?
When I got started, I used to think that only people with mental cases needed personal development. That is completely true. It was November of 2015. I was going through a divorce at the time. It wasn't a really good time in my life, but I had been building a business, not online, in the offline space for about 3 years at the time. It was a network marketing company. I didn't feel good about all the stuff that they were having you do, like, hey, sell to your friends and family and all your acquaintances and all of that. And that just didn't sit well with me. I always envisioned that a business was, this idea, like Sir Richard Branson says, it's an idea that helps people out. And so shifting to the online space, I was like, okay, this is perfect. This is exactly where I need to be, because I wanted the business that I was building to be a real business, where people contact you because they need what you have to offer. And you don't have to feel like you're going and prospecting and pitching and basically being that door-to-door salesman that nobody wants to answer the door to. So how do you flip the script? Well, that's where personal development stepped in my life. So I started diving into personal development whenever I found the online business space, and it started to make total sense. I started to realize that I didn't have to feel like I was a crazy person to need personal development. And honestly, if you feel like you need personal development, you're not crazy. It's all about becoming the person who can run the business. It's all about becoming better in yourself so that you can help those around you. One of our mentors that we follow, Dandapani, he actually was talking about how when you have a handkerchief sitting out on a table and you put yourself in the middle of it and you put your family, your friends, everybody that you know all the way around the edge, you need to lift yourself up and everybody naturally around you lifts up. I mean, think about if you were on an airplane and they tell you the same thing over and over. If the oxygen masks fall from the overhead compartment, put yours on first and then help other people around you. The reason being is that if you are able to reach up and grab that and help yourself, you're going to be able to help others around you. That's exactly the way it is in all sorts of situations, because if you are not able to help yourself, how are you going to be able to help others around you? And so that was a huge mind shift for me, especially going into the fire department, where they talk about, hey, whenever it comes to emergency situations, Your life is the number one thing that you have to take care of before everyone else's. Because if you become a liability, if you fall into the trench, if you know, get downed at a fire or something like that, now all of a sudden there's a ton of resources that have to get sucked in to help you out in that place. So that's why the whole personal development aspect of online business was so appealing to me, because I then started to realize that by enhancing the way that I thought, my mindset, by latching on to the principles that create wealth, that allow you to think and grow rich, then you're allowing yourself to be an open conduit to giving value to your audience, to whoever it is that's following you. And in return, they naturally give back. It's a natural give and take.
Yeah.
It's a currency, if you will, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what happened to me when I started doing personal development. I started making really big decisions. Like, for instance, on my 30th birthday, I decided if I was really going to be the person who's going to run this business, I had to stop drinking like crazy, and I needed to stop forever doing drugs. That was a big decision, especially after like 15 years of being a party animal. That shifted my entire world. So there are decisions that need to be made, and personal development is really a big eye opener and makes you take a look at yourself and be really honest with yourself and just acknowledge, what are you doing right now in this moment that isn't serving you, that's not moving your business forward? Who are you surrounding yourself with? I know for me at that time, I was hanging out with party people. And though I love those people, I needed to walk away from that situation, just like a really toxic relationship that I was in. And personal development helped me out to make those decisions. And though they were hard, I couldn't be more happy that I made those decisions, because that's what led me to Brian. That's what led us to creating Be Adventure Partners, was because I had raised my vibration so high that I was able to manifest a better life. And the cool thing is, every time that you make decisions for yourself that are in line with your goals, that moves you forward, and you start to feel this amazing momentum pick up in your life, and it will start carrying you towards what it is that you want. Things in your life start lighting up. It's kind of magical, the people arrive, the mentors arrive, the situations, the opportunities, all these different things start arriving. So even though I'm no longer in the personal development network marketing company that I started with, and Brian's not doing network marketing either, those were the perfect launching pads for where we are now, and taught us and helped us learn that, nothing that we've done is in vain or a waste of time. Personal development teaches you that every step of the way is a learning experience. And if you can harness the learning experience and you can see past the fog, and you can really see, what it is that you want is attainable, because you are the creator. You're the one that came up with the beautiful idea. If you can start to see that gift, that idea that came to you is yours, you just have to become the person who can make that happen, then each step of the way becomes a lot easier. And then you're able to start manifesting beautiful things into your life, relationships, and most importantly, in this case, your business. And your business is like the thing that fuels your life, right?
Yeah. So, the benefits of personal development way outweigh not participating and taking the courses, taking the ebooks, taking the audiobooks, and all the different ways that you can consume personal development. The benefits are absolutely huge. It allows you to become the person who can run the business. And the reason why they say that is because it gets hard. Like there's some times that online business is difficult and it takes some mental fortitude to stay in the game, to keep your head, in the game and your sights focused on your vision of the direction that you're going and keep you pushing forward on your mission. That's a huge benefit because when you feel like quitting, because I guarantee there's going to be times when you're building a business online and it's starting, maybe it's not profitable yet and you're trying to get it to that point. You're going to feel like quitting sometimes. I can't tell you how many times that I was just like, you know what, I'm about to throw in the towel because this online business thing it's not working. And then it started working. And then people started interacting. And then we started defining the message of who this was for and how they could benefit and how they could use this in their lives, creating their own little online business that's super effective. Just to say, you don't have to grow $1 million business before you can start doing what it is that you want. Sometimes it's just a couple $1,000 a month. Sometimes it's just figuring out what your minimum viable income is so that you can do that. So how can someone participate in personal development to move them forward, to get the momentum that they need so that they can grow an affinity of people and grow the bond of an audience? What could people do in order to move forward starting right now? Let's get some wins for you today.
Yeah. What I would say is find a mentor that you really resonate with. Go out there, start seeking. Some of our favorite mentors, if you're more into something kind of spiritual, I love Esther Hicks. I've been listening to her since I was like 22 years old. Dandapani, this guy is amazing. Tony Robbins, he's an incredible personal development leader, probably the biggest one in the whole wide world. So he'll be easy to find.
We'll include a few links down below so you can check out their YouTube channels also.
Another person that we are really jiving with is Brendon Burchard, Lewis Howes, Mel Robbins,
and even Alex Charfen. So there's all sorts of different mentors that you can have in your business online, spiritually, mentally, and even getting into the business sector, because a lot of these guys, they've got mindset, courses, they've got tools and resources that we like to use because it's helped us get to where we're wanting to go in our business, and to help you also get to where you want to go in your business.
And because we are so passionate about personal development, if you like hanging out with us, we even offer some really awesome personal development stuff that you can get your hands on in our exclusive tribe for entrepreneurs. So we hope you got lots out of this video and that you're no longer scared to dive into personal development and start chewing on some reality so that you can start making awesome waves in your life. If you have questions or comments, leave them below. We'd love to hear from you. And while you're down there, go ahead and mix and mingle.
And we've also curated some awesome videos up here. Just click the little I button.
And if you haven't yet, go ahead, click subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when we come out with fresh content just for you.
Until next time, friends.
Adventure on.
Adventure on.